Hey everyone, it's Desiree, and first, let's see what comes in the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month for March of 2023. You get your what I like to call the inspirational card. It gives you some ideas and also tells you what's going to come in the kit. You're going to get these puffy sticker sentiments along with these shaped puffy sticker sentiments. Yeah, I say that 10 times 3 fast. Wow, I can't even do that. Whoa. Get your 8 card bases and your 8 envelopes. Also chipboard stickers. A beautiful color of sequins. And they're not sequins, they're like those confetti sequins. Double-sided tape, your double-sided foam squares. 5 different colors of cardstock that are cut down to 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. And then now your pattern paper. And you get 1 sheet of each design. And they always do coordinate with the card kit. Beautiful colors. Love the bees. I am, was never a bee person. I don't like them live. I'm, allergic. But the ones on paper are adorable. Of course, my favorite part of this kit are all of the die cut pieces. Love to collage. That's what I do with this kit. It's how I get inspired by this kit. And absolutely love that. To me, that is the card kit. All right, let's start with our first card. As always, and just to speed some things up, I am going to use my liquid glue, but you can certainly use your double-sided tape as I have in the past. I've created 2 panels, and again, I don't measure. I always know the base panel that I make for these cards is cut to 4 5 1/4. The other ones, I just eyeball. Again, just have fun with it. Create your own layers. I grabbed some of the die cuts. I propped one up using the double-sided foam squares. I'm going to set that down, and it's going to be accented by a chipboard piece and a couple of the bees and a flower die cut on the other side. That's our first one. Same thing, we're going to get our layers down, get this down onto the card base, and all of these card bases are 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, and they are going to be side folding when they are portrait, and if I do make a landscape, it will be a top folding at that time. Grab the florals and the hot air balloon, and I'm going to place those down, and I'm just going to, again, collage some pieces throughout this card. I'm going to cut into the double-sided foam squares, cut little tiny strips, and put those down along for the bow. And then place that on top of the bouquet of flowers. I'm going to add some of those confetti sequins. I'm just loving that color. It's very unique. And that's card number 2. For card number 3, setting up those layers, but this time I'm going to take one of those layers and put it up in the upper left-hand corner. Remember, you don't always have to put everything in the center, but if that's the way you create, perfect. But you don't always have to get a different look. You can offset it and then still put your image, your focal image, in the center of the card. It'll just give a different type of look. Even though the chipboard pieces are stickers, and I say that in quotes, I still sometimes add a little bit of glue just to make sure that they do stick. I'm going to add a couple of the foam squares to the bottom of the fox and a little glue at the top for where he hits that sign. For our next card, yep, totally forgot to hit the record. My goodness, there's always one. But I used all the tags. I layered them up, scattered them throughout. One of them has that beautiful sentiment. Added some of those confetti sequins. And you have a beautiful card. For our next card, we're going to layer and not have so much of a border for the base, but we're going to use a piece of the solid cardstock to break up the pattern just a little bit. We're going to put a banner down below, and then we're going to add our bird, and a couple banners and tags. Again, collage. What's beautiful with a kit, and I know some of you have heard me say this before, but you don't have to worry about what's going to match what. Everything in the kit is designed to match. So no matter what you choose, whether it's die cut ephemera or pattern paper, it's going to match. So that's the beauty of a kit, and that's with any kit. Kind of went off center there. When I put that down, that's not a problem. Just trim off the edge. No one will know but you. Setting up those layers. This time I'm going to put that second panel down to the bottom of the right. And these are the bees. I love those die cut bees. They are absolutely adorable. So setting down the Happy Sweet. I'm not breaking it apart this time. Having a bee come from underneath it. And then just layering those to come up off of that sentiment. Again, just having fun with them. We're going to put this last piece in there. Put some glue down, and then we'll just trim that off the edge. And we'll add some sequins, and then we'll eventually get this onto the card base. For our next card, they had a beautiful sentiment in the die cut pack that simply said, hello. It's nice, big, bold, and it's got a beautiful script. So instead of putting the darker card pattern paper to the back, I've put that to the front. The die cut pieces are bright. They have that white outline around it. And if you don't want that white outline around it, what is great is you can just fussy cut around the image to get that white edge from it. So you have the best of both worlds when it comes to these die cuts. I'm going to set the hello down to the bottom. We're going to add some of those confetti sequins. I added a couple of the stamps as well. And for our last card, this one's going to be a landscape. I fell in love with this, I guess it's like a Winnebago. We're going to set those down onto the card base. And we're going to get our trees set in. And we're going to set them at different heights. Give the illusion of one being closer, one being farther. I'm going to use my double-sided foam squares and pieces of it to prop up this little bus. And I also grabbed one of the puffy sentiments. You can see it up there on the right. It says, hey. And it's going to fit perfectly in that die cut strip that I have up there. So I'm going to be careful when I take these off. And then just set that right in there. Going to add a few of the confetti sequins. And then that will be our last card. So here are the cards that we made today featuring the Spellbinders Card Kit of the month called Be Yourself. Beautiful, beautiful cards. And they're great for any occasion. And if you just want to give somebody a smile. The card kit that I used today will be listed down below in the video description, along with all of the other club kits that you can see as well. They have added a few. If you have any questions, make sure you leave those down below as well, and I will make sure I get back to you as soon as I can. Continue creating your art. Enjoy it. But remember what is most important to me all the time. Remember, always be creative. And I will talk to you in the next one, guys. Till then.